Minuit chrétien, c'est l'heure solennelle où l'homme Dieu descendit jusqu'à nous pour effacer les tâches originelles et tout son Père arrêté le courroux. Le monde entier tressé d'espérance à cette nuit qui lui donne un sauveur. Peuple à genoux, attends ta délivrance. Noël, Noël, voici le Rédempteur. Noël, Noël, voici le Rédempteur. De notre foi, que la lumière ardente nous guide tous au berceau de l'enfant. Comme autrefois, une étoile brillante y conduisit les chefs de l'Orient. Le roi du roi, né d'ange humble crèche, puissant du jour, vit de votre grandeur. À votre augure, c'est de la grande prêche, courbez vos fronts devant le Rédempteur. Courbez vos fronts devant le Rédempteur. Le Rédempteur a brisé toute entrave, la terre est libre et le ciel est ouvert. Il voit ton frère n'était qu'un esclave, l'amour uni se enchaîne et le fer, qui lui dira notre reconnaissance, c'est pour nous tous qu'il naît, qu'il souffre et meurt. Peuple debout, chante ta délivrance. Noël, Noël, chantons le Rédempteur. Noël, Noël, chantons le Rédempteur. Veni, veni, Emmanuel, captivum solve Israel, qui gemit in exilio, privatus des spellennebulas, die rasquing noctis tenebras. Gaudi, Immanuel, nascitu prote Israel.
I'm with Ida Dingle. Packing up from this restaurant. I live at 100 North Street, Alabama. Gladys Crockett is with me.
Oh, I can't laugh. Compliment to the Columbia Phonograph Company of 372.
l'aria serena, lontana tempesta, all'aria fresca pareggia la festa, che bella cosa una giornata
what you use, but I'm all confused. I've got the sweet sugar blues, but you got the sweet, sweet sugar blues. ashamed to say to Mommy, said the bird of heaven had. Oh, Willie, Willie, when will you be wise? Well, but how about the diamond engagement ring? Of course, said Willie, you'll return me back. Well, he don't know that if I try, said the saucy little bird on Millie's hat.
Down in Memphis, Tennessee, that's the only place to be. Banjos ringing, darkies singing, old familiar tune. Where the Mississippi flows and the cotton blossom grows, that's the place to be. Memphis, Tennessee. I'm going back to Memphis, Tennessee today, where my many friends will welcome me and say, I know I've been away, but child, oh, so very wild, like a rolling stone. I wandered away from home. Mammy, I can see you in my dreams while my conscience worries me. Now I'm coming back, got my satchel packed to go back to Memphis, Tennessee. There's a saying going all around this town, and I'm beginning to think it's true. Folks, it's awfully hard to love someone when they don't care about you. Now, I once had a sweetheart just as good as any in this town. But now
My wife, Genevieve, has 5 dogs. And every day I have to take them out for an airing. If you ever see those dogs, you'd know they needed an airing. You can tell that without looking at them. Everybody who comes to the house notices those dogs the first thing. Sometimes when the windows are open and Genevieve's paw is smoking, they don't notice the dogs so quickly. But as soon as you close the windows, the visitors look bewildered for a minute, and then they say, "Well, I guess I'll be going now." One of the dogs is white with a whole lot of black spots. He's got those spots to fool you so you can't tell which spot to kick him on. I kicked him on the wrong spot once, and my toe was sore for a week. Genevieve says he's a coach dog, but I don't believe it. I think he's a hearse dog because he's all black and white. The second dog is a black and tan. I wore out 2 pair of shoes on him, black and tan. Mary, the third one, is a dachshund, and she's built on the same graceful lines as an alligator. Every time she tries to catch a flea, she ties a couple of knots in herself, and I have to untangle her. You don't have to be a high kicker to kick her. She's the lowest dog what is, and long. You know that song, So Long Mary? Well, the fellow who wrote So Long Mary got the idea from this dog. When she comes in the house, you've got to hold the door open for her, and if it's a cold day, you can catch pneumonia, die, and be buried before she's all in the house. The fleas that live on her southern exposure ain't never seen her head. Why, a good lively flea would die of old age before he could make the trip. The first time I kicked her, it was 2 days before she found it out. The fourth dog's name is Reginald. Genevieve named him after her first husband. Yes, but she treats him much better. He's a greyhound, and run. Some speed to that boy. He can run from one end of the dachshund to the other in almost a minute and a half. The fifth dog, his name is Henry. He's a chicken hound. Yes, a genuine Switzerland chicken hound. Genevieve says they use those chicken hounds in the Alps to find the chickens when they get lost in the Edelweiss. Henry's a bird, all right. I call him Hen for short. He sits by the fire all day, and every night I find him laying in my bed. Genevieve makes all those dogs sleep with me. She says the dogs need company. When I get into bed, the dog that Genevieve calls the coach dog starts running up and down under the bed like he's following a wagon. The dachshund wraps itself around my neck, and the black and tan sits on my chest and scratches himself, and the chicken hound lays on my head, and the greyhound, who's lying on his side with his foot against me, dreams he's chasing a rabbit and scratches all the skin off of my solar plexus. Then they all bark, wake up Genevieve, and she comes in and kicks me for disturbing her pets. They're 5 fine hounds, but I'm going to buy me a 6-shooter. Marriage may be all right for some people, but when you gotta sleep with a lot of dogs that have got a taste for etymology, the marriage vows are all off. I love singing. I'm just full of melody. As soon as I was born, I began to sing. Father and Mother went crazy about my singing. They used to stay up all night to listen to it. The neighbors used to stay up, too. They certainly were wild about my voice. You ought to hear them rave about me. Talk about Caruso getting $2,500 a night. Why, the man who lived over us offered Father $1,000 if he'd send me upstairs for 5 minutes. Everybody told Father he ought to do something with my voice. Father used to be afraid to leave the house. There used to be such a crowd waiting to tell him what to do with it. One guy said cultivate it. Another said no, they ought to kill the nerve. Every morning when I started to sing, all the workmen used to lay off. They thought it was 12 o'clock. When I grew older, I never really wanted to sing. But Father insisted on cultivating my voice. Most singing teachers use a tuning fork to get the pitch. But Father had to be different, so he used a pitchfork to get the tune. The only trouble was, when I'd hit a high note, Father would go 2 octaves lower with the pitchfork. I've just found out why I sing so much. Scientists have discovered that our brains are full of little cells that make us do things we don't want to do. One set of cells makes us sing. Another set of cells makes us talk, and so on. A doctor examined me last week, and he said, Young man, you should be a great singer. Your brain is just full of singing cells. I can't account for it. I says, I can account for it. I spent 5 years in a cell in Sing Sing. I tell you, science has discovered some things lately that will change the whole course of our lives. Science tells us that all our ills are caused by microbes, germs, or bacteria. And now they say we'll have to reform love. They tell us there are microbes in every hug and bacteria in every kiss. Can you imagine reforming love? Just picture the reformed lover calling on his reformed sweetheart. He sits on a sterilized sofa, gets her on his deodorized knees, gazes up into her germless eyes, and then he says, "You may kiss me, dearie. I'm perfectly antiseptic." Then she says, "Oh, you microbe killer." Then he says, "How's your mother?" And she says, "Mother's away. She kissed Father last night, and we had to send her to the cleaners. She won't be done until Thursday. The doctor told Mama she mustn't kiss Papa unless he sends his whiskers to the carpet beaters." Then he squeezes her, and she says, "Look out, dearie. You'll break my bacteria." Then he'll say, "How's your little brother and your father?" And she says, "Brother kissed the nurse this morning, and we're boiling him. And as for Father, every time he has to kiss Mother, he goes right out and gets stewed." Imagine one of those reformed lovers with a beard. Every time he kisses his girl, he has to throw a handful of Chlor de Lime in his whiskers, and after he's kissed her 3 or 4 times, they look like a pair of lace curtains. If this microbe craze goes on, it will be awful for the bartenders. Can you see a man coming into a saloon and saying, "Give me a shot Peruna with some Listerine on the side"? And can you see 2 old men come into a cafe, and one of them says, "Come on, kid, we'll split a quart of Lydia Pinkham's." The next thing you know, some poor married man will come home full of Omega oil, and his wife will give him rough on rats to straighten him up. I tell you, science is going too far. Now they're going to teach mental telepathy in the public schools. Mental telepathy. Suppose everybody understood that and could read each other's thoughts. Can you see a man with a homely wife taking her to see a musical comedy where they have pretty girls? Can you imagine her reading his thoughts? He'd get a wallop in the eye as soon as the chorus came on. Don't laugh, boys. Your wives may guess what you're thinking as it is. I strolled in a cigar store once to buy a cigarette. It was after 2, the church bells, they struck 3. I saw a young youth at the door with a look upon his face that said, "Give me a coupon if you please." "What is your name?" I said to him. He answered with a smile, "My dad is dead and that's why I am here." "I know you will believe me, sir, you wear an honest look." And then these words he whispered in my ear, "I'm saving up coupons for Mother, saving green coupons for Ma. Since Father did croak, we've all learned to smoke. We need all the coupons there are. So please think of Mama and I, sir, each time that you buy a cigar. I'm saving green coupons for Mother to purchase a tombstone for Pa." I bought a pack of cigarettes. I bought a stogie too. I placed the coupons in his trembling hand. And then I bought a pound of snuff and said I'd learn to chew and save him all the coupons I could land. I pressed the coupons on him and I turned to go for more and promised him I'd smoke myself to death. Alas, my help came all too late. He sank upon the floor and sweetly murmured with his dying breath, I'm saving up coupons for Mother. Please bring those coupons to Ma. We've all learned to chew and smoke Bull Durham too, since Daddy fell under a car. Tell Mother I died like a hero while smoking a Cremo cigar. I'm saving green coupons for Mother to purchase a tombstone for Pa. Years ago I joined a show in Clayton Repertory. We showed in every little town in every single state. We hadn't any money, we were only out for glory, but every actor in the troupe knew how to catch a freight. When we left New York, we took the freight to go to Philly. The train pulled up at Newark and they caught us riding free. A brutal copper on the beat came in and beat me silly. Oh, I really must admit he made an awful tramp of me. When I got on another train, I had another battle. My back was nearly broken and my arms was full of kinks. The car that I was riding on was full of Texas cattle. They pulled me all around the car and stuck me for the drink. Went to sleep, and when I woke, I was in Jersey City. Then I rode to Philly just in time to play the show. That night we had to move again, they hadn't any pity, and we beat the ride to Baltimore upon the B&O. From Baltimore to Washington, and Washington to Yonkers. Yonkers up to Albany, from Albany to Troy. Troy, we got another freight, we rode upon the bunkers to open at the Opera House in Alton, Illinois. From Alton to New Orleans, then to Butte, Montana. From Butte we went to Boston, there from Boston to St. Paul. St. Paul to San Francisco, then to Peru, Indiana, and from there to South Dakota, where we played in Little Falls. Little Falls to you be damned, you mustn't think I'm swearing. You be damned to Helena, and then to Bangor, Maine. Bangor, Maine to Louisville, we had to go tearing. Louisville to Galveston, and Little Falls again. Little Falls to Buffalo, then Selma, Alabama. Selma to Los Angeles, and then to Montreal. The audience was awful drunk, I think he was a farmer, for before the play was over, he got up and left the hall. We were playing Uncle Tom and I was Uncle Thomas. Little Eva said she'd marry me and we'd elope. When she went to heaven, she fell down and broke a promise. She wouldn't talk to me at all, she said I cut the rope. Little Eva felt so bad it put her in a fever. We left her in the hospital when we were making tracks. We went to Nova Scotia, though we didn't like to leave her, but when she got well, we wired her to go to Halifax. I played Little Eva's part while she was at the doctor's. I played the part with whiskers on, my acting was intense. Ticket speculator stood in front of the theater, got stuck with all his tickets and he lost 11 cents. Then they made me leading man and learn the business quickly. I had to feed a pair of dogs and lead them all around. One of them died in Halifax, but he was very sickly, but they put me on to take his place and made me play a tramp, 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 a tramp to Boston. Keith and Proctor heard of me. When I sang for them one day, they engaged me right away. That's how I became the happy tramp, you see. There's a good old song, the old oaken bucket. Many a day since I had a drink from that bucket. But speaking about drinking, that reminds me, one day last week I had 3 cents, and I wanted to drink a whiskey. I was up in the part of the town where they don't sell anything but 15-cent whiskey, and there I was, 3 strong, but I was determined to get a drink. I looked into a saloon, there's a man standing up against the bar, and he had just about half filled his glass with booze, so I went up and tapped him on the shoulder gently. I said, I beg your pardon, sir, but I'll bet you 3 cents I can put that drink of whiskey in my stomach without it going down my throat. He says, I'll bet you. He put up his 3. I put up my 3. I drank down the drink of whiskey. I says, I'll lose. Ha ha! By golly, I was willing to lose. The bartender called me over and he says, you're all right. Says, come on, have a smile with me. He put the glass and bottle over, and I filled the glass up until it was floating. Drank it down. The bartender says, is that what you call a smile? I said, yes. Says, well, if you ever laugh, I'll have to go out of business. I'll now sing you about the old oaken bucket. All right, boys. I thought I would go to the country to spend my vacation. I needed a rest. One morning I went to the well for some water. They told me that drinking well water was best. I had a red patch on the seat of my trousers, and when I leaned over, exposed it to view, a bull who was grazing at the red patch stood gazing. Now in such a case, what would any bull do? With his horns he did bucket that red patch, he struck it. I went down with the bucket and hung in the well. There's a bunch of good fellows who banded together. They're known throughout the land. And the thousands of folks who were down on their luck, they have lent a helping hand. The Order of Elks are the men that I mean, and their motto is sweet charity. Their emblem's the head of an elk on a button with 4 letters BPOE. They are the best people on earth. BPOE. They are the people who do the most good. When you're an elk, you will see what they'll do for you. We never will know the half of that charity. Good fellows together in all sorts of weather. The BPOE. At my initiation into the Elk Lodge, I was simply treated grand. Every brother was there with an Indian club to give me a helping hand. I woke up at the doctor's. He thought I'd been hit by an automobile on the head. When I told him I'd merely been joining the Elks, then he smiled at me sweetly and said, they are the best people on earth. BPOE. They are the folks who do everyone good. Now you're an elk, you can see what they do to you. They've broken your arm. They fractured your ribs and knees. I'll be busy with you till new members go through in the BPOE. Oh, young brother elk by the name of McCarthy, he ran off with my wife. There was no need to run, for when he took her from me, I was his friend for life. Now 20 years passed, he heard I was grieving, his conscience had worried him then. It was then he remembered that I was an elk, so he brought her back to me again. They are the best people on earth. My mother-in-law came back to my wife to me. Now McCarthy's our border, he's one of the order of BPOE. Are you sincere, eh? There's a pretty little title for a song. By the way, that's the song they played in England when young Hayes won the marathon race. They didn't believe it, you know. They wanted to know if he was sincere about it. They make an awful fuss about that fella Hayes. He didn't do much running. You know, he only run for 4 hours. That's nothing. Look at William Jennings Bryan. Been running for 12 years. Yes, and if the old boy has his health, he'll probably be running 4 years from now again. He may be running for the N book. That's no 16-to-1 shot. You know, there's only one difference between Bryan and Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill has a show. And, you know, Bryan says he expects to be elected with the great silent vote. Yes, they're going to turn out the deaf and dumb asylums for him. He is the author also of that very beautiful little maxim. If at first you don't succeed, try again. But I'll sing you a parody on that little Are You Sincere and see how you like it when you listen to that rhyme. A bank being robbed by two burglars bold. Papa was told, his feet got cold. Said he, I'll not go near them, I fear them. His captain next day said the cops passed them by. He said, oh my, that is a lie. When I heard the burglars were there, why I fled. I telephoned up to the bank and I said, are yous in here? Are yous in here? Don't crack that safe or get funny. They said, hello, we ain't here, no. We left long ago with the money. I said, I've got my month's pay. I won't call till you go away. If I get robbed, I'll lose my job. And to me, are yous in here? A wealthy man was ordered by his physician to go away to the mountains for a rest. He went home, told his members of his family of what the doctor had said. He says, while I'm away, I don't wish to be annoyed by letters or telegrams. In fact, I don't want to receive any news of any kind. So he went away, was gone about 6 weeks. Returned to the city very much improved in health and very anxious for some news from home. Got off of the train at the depot, was met by his colored servant, and the following conversation ensued. He said, well, Henry, how is everything at home? Is there any news? He says, no, sir, there ain't no news, sir. Everything is just about the same as when you all went away. Nothing happened? No, sir, there ain't nothing happened. There ain't no news. Well, he says, you know, I'm just dying for some word from home now. You can tell me any little thing, no matter how trifling. No, sir, there ain't no news. There ain't nothing to tell you, sir. Except, there's just one little thing. Since you've been away, your dog died. Oh, he says, my dog died, eh? Well, that's too bad. What killed the dog? Well, sir, the dog eats some burnt horse flesh. And that's what killed the dog. He eats burnt horse flesh. Where did he get burnt horse flesh to eat? Well, sir, you know your barn burned down. And after the fire had cooled off, the dog went and ate some of the burnt horse flesh, and that's what killed the dog. Oh, he says, my barn burned down, eh? Oh, yes, sir. Yes, indeed, the barn, that's all burned down. Well, says, how did the barn catch fire? Well, see, you see, the sparks from the house flew over, caught onto the barn, burned the barn down, burned up all the cows and the horses, and after the fire had cooled off, the dog went and ate some of the burnt horse flesh, and that's what killed the dog. Oh, he says, then my house burned down too, eh? Oh, yes, sir, yes, indeed, the house, that's completely destroyed. He says, well, how did the house catch fire? Well, sir, they had some candles burning in the house, and one of the candles caught onto the curtains, and the curtains caught onto the roof, and the sparks flew over and caught onto the barn, and burned the barn down, burned up all the cows and the horses, and after the fire had cooled off, the dog went and ate some of the burnt horse flesh, and that's what killed the dog. He says they had candles burning in the house where I have gas and electricity. I never knew there was a candle in the place. Oh, yes, sir, they had the candles there. They had the candles burning all around the coffin. The coffin? Who's dead? Oh, yes, sir, that's another little thing I forgot to tell you about. Since you've been away, your mother-in-law died. Oh, my mother-in-law died, eh? Yes, sir, she's dead, all right. You needn't worry about that. Well, it says, what killed my mother-in-law? Well, sir, I don't know exactly what killed her, sir, but around the neighborhood, they say it was from the shock of your wife running away with the chauffeur. But outside of that, sir, why, there ain't no news.
ugly in your bed, 'cause your playtime's late. Time for sleeping bed. It's a Sandman's cry. Close your drowsy eyes. Your old mammy's waiting. You're nothing but a little sleepyhead, sleepyhead. You're nothing but a little sleepyhead.
Sitting alone here on a stone, I just don't know where I can go. But getting low, winter is a coming fast and colder than the last. Pity for me, cold as can be when breezes blow with ice and snow. No wonder then I sing time and again. I've got those cold, cold winter blues. I feel the snow and sleep without a pair of winter shoes to warm my freezing feet. When streets are slushy, I get so mushy, but no one seems to care. I lost my money and stole my honey, done went and gave me air. We gonna have an early fall, according to the news. When that thermometer drops down to naught, I want to do some things I hadn't ought. That's why I got into got the cold, cold winter blues. I've got those cold, cold winter blues. I feel the snow and sleet without a pair of winter shoes to warm my freezing feet. When streets are slushy, I get so mushy, but no one seems to care. I lost my money and stole my honey, done went and gave me air. We gonna have an early fall, according to the news. On winter nights, there's just two things to do. I don't play cards, that's why I'm asking you. Ain't that some awful news? Got the cold, cold winter blues. I know I'm but a chambermaid within a grand hotel, but nothing on me none have got in that place as well. Experience has been my teacher till the day I die. So anything you hear about me, you know it's a lie. The nearest thing to scandal that near blighted my young life, it was
old Alabama. They daddy and mammy, they beat them and tammy on a moonlight night. You can find them all while they are waiting. The banjos are syncopating. What's that they're saying? What's that they're saying? While they keep playing, humming and swaying. It's a good ship, Robert D. Lee, that comes to carry the coffin away.
Oh Lordy,
Watch them jumping along.
the jumping
See them jumping along. Oh, take your bed down, real pal. Go down to the levee. I say to the levee and join that shuffling song. Hear that music and song. It's simply great, waiting on the levee, waiting for the Robert D. Lee. The smokestacks are showing, the whistles are blowing, the ropes they are throwing. Excuse me, I'm going to the place where all is harmonious. Even the preacher, why he is the dancing teacher. Have you been down there? Were you around there? If you ever go there, you'll always be found there. Why, doggone, here comes my baby on the good old Robert D. Lee.
Oh Lordy,
Watch them jumping along.
the jumping
See them jumping along. Oh, take your bed down, real pal. Go down to the levee. I repeat to the levee and join the juggling song. Hear that music and song. It's simply great, waiting on the levee, waiting for the Robert D. Lee.
can be. Most fellows find their mate, but it just seems like fate has made a monkey of me. I'm like a raindrop in a cloud. I find I'm lost whenever I am in a crowd. Believe me, I'm a lonesome little raindrop looking for a place to fall. The clouds are dark, that don't matter. I know in some fair garden I'll go pitter, pitter, patter. I hope goodness knows some tender breeze that blows will let me tumble down into the heart of a rose. For I'm a lonesome little raindrop looking for a place to fall. You've heard of Robinson Crusoe? Well, he had nothing on me. I'm always all alone. A sweetie of my own would make me happy as can be. I'm just as blue as skies above. I'd like to find someone to shower with my love. Believe me, I'm a lonesome little raindrop looking for a place to fall. The girls say I'm a charming fella, but when I come around, each girl puts up her umbrella. Girl, it's oh so fair, they all give me the air. I keep on falling, falling, but don't land anywhere. For I'm a lonesome little raindrop looking for a place to fall. I never will forget the words that Father said to me when I was but a little tot and sat upon his knee. Successful men you'll find, my son, have always lots of dough. Then Father used to sing to me and prove that it was so. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. That's what Father used to teach me many years ago. Do means money, ain't it funny? Everywhere we go, it's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. I thought I'd take my dad's advice, and so I started in by putting $50 on a horse they said would win. He ran halfway around the track and then refused to go. The fastest thing that went that day was 50 of my dough. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. That's what Father used to teach me many years ago. Do means money, ain't it funny? Everywhere we go, it's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. Three girls were once debating on the kind of man they'd wed. I'd like a man who stayed at home, the first one quickly said. The second said she'd like a man whose love would always show. The third one said, oh, 23, give me the man with dough. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. That's what Father used to teach me many years ago. Do means money, ain't it funny? Everywhere we go, it's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. I loved a baker's daughter once whose name was Mary Ann. Her father called me in one day and said to me, young man, now why you love my daughter so is what I want to know. I said because it's her I need, just like you need the dough.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. That's what Father used to teach me many years ago. Do means money, ain't it funny? Everywhere we go, it's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do.